and I'm from English Department, Mataram University. So today I would like to give my presentations about prospect of exercising teacher agency in passing student learning difficulty. So let's start it. Here at the first page is introduction. So there are four things that I already know at this part. First is the importance of teacher agency that has been recognized in education policies and curricula in almost all countries in the world. It is interpreted as the active contribution of teachers creating work and workplace conditions for better quality education. So, teacher agency exercise could be understood when teachers as transformative professionals bring about positive changes to the schools and to the student using their professional pedagogical skills and learning researchers available to them. Sound Second is about the good example for teachers exercising their agency. So there's called Guru Penggerak and Merdeka Belajar as their platform. So as we know now, teachers no longer act as a transfer of knowledge, but as a facilitator in teaching and learning activities by using materials. Third is about the student learning difficulties. Poor working memory capacity is one of the student learning difficulty. Student lack of ability to thinking analytically and critically, counting, memorizing, comprehending problem solving. And also, of course, we know in higher education, students should be able to write critically and analytically. But based on the data at Malaysian Public University found that international graduate students mostly struggle with academic reading skills relate to note-taking using their own word, note-taking, finding difficult words, etc. On the other hand, university in Australia found that international graduate ESL students facing difficulties in most aspects of academic writing, including language use, coherence, cohesion, writing their own voice, finding relevant topics, etc. After all this problem, we need solution, right? So there are two solutions from teachers: applying problem-based learning and by applying self-regulate learning. Dealing with reading difficulties, EY's teacher education from United States showed that explicit instruction in metacognitive reading was effective in helping students deal with academic reading comprehension. In University of Indonesia, IU showed that teach future work strategy was effective to help students in critical reading comprehension textbook. Here's the method. First is research approach. This study used a qualitative approach as the purpose of this research is to provide a detailed description of the learning difficulties of students and how the prospect of exercising agency by the university teachers at a postgraduate English department of Mass University, a government university in West Nusa Tenggara, as Mariam entitled point out for a richer description of one unit and bound system, such as learning English in the classroom. A researcher needs to use a qualitative approach to data collection and analysis. Since this study intends to identify and explain students' learning difficulties and the prospect of teachers' agency in dealing with these learning problems, the locality attached to them needs to be carefully investigated. Second is research sample and population. The population of this study was all teachers of the postgraduate English department at MU, comprising 14 university teachers and all of the third semester students of program, 13 students in the academic year since 2021 and 2022, 3 teachers, Udin, Yeni, and Muhammad, were selected purposefully as the sample of the study. The number of years of teaching experience at the university was the reason for the selection. Third is data collection. Data collection technique employed in this study involves in-depth interviews, In-depth interviews were applied to interview both teachers and students. Interviews with students were conducted to obtain data about the students' learning difficulties, and interviews with the lecturers focused on collecting information about the prospect of agency exercised by the lecturers. Last is data analysis. Content analysis was employed as a method of data analysis in this study. Data analysis starts by examining all data obtained from interviews with the university teachers and the students, and after reading, studying, and reviewing the data from the interviews, the next step is summarizing all the collected data by sorting out the main things related to the research question. The next step was looking at the overall picture of the research result, which the researcher could draw conclusions and verify so that the data becomes meaningful. So I already mentioned here at the PPT, you can see guys. So student learning difficulties from the interview, it is clear that students were aware they mostly struggling with reading and writing. Some of their comments include, I know that reading and writing are the most essential skills in higher education, and these are the area that I'm struggling most, said Lin. And I have been informed many times that to read efficiently, I also have to take notes while reading, but I'm not quite able to take good notes, said Rudolph. The interview results showed that the teachers had good skills in handling their classes by providing logical states of problem-based learning activities which could minimize student learning difficulties. Last is conclusion. This study revealed that academic reading and writing are key areas of difficulties experienced by students of the postgraduate English department of MU, in which teacher agency exercise is needed. The prospect for exercising agency by teachers in helping students with learning difficulties will be available when teachers have sound pedagogical knowledge. Teachers' pedagogical knowledge alone, however, is not sufficient to make teacher against exercise happen, as teachers need to work in a team to be effective in coping with student learning problems. This study therefore implies the importance of not only personal agency but also collective agency in helping with students' learning, as this study is limited to addressing research problems in one government university in Indonesia. Future research is needed to be conducted in different higher education. So here is the reference that I used at the journal, and I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for attention, and I'm sorry for the mistake word, like wrong word I say, like my presentation is still, yeah, and yeah, thank you, goodbye.